The movie unfolds in Colombia, where we meet a habitual drinker named Leo. He finds himself at a luxurious residence, attended to by a nurse named Lucia. She leads him to the homeowner, Muriel, a wealthy and haughty French woman who is bedridden. Muriel is in search of another nurse who can communicate in French. Muriel is upfront about the challenges and unpleasantness of the job. She questions Leo about his experience in caring for the sick or children. Leo, though inexperienced, desperately needs employment and admits this. Reluctantly, Muriel decides to give him a chance. Leo frequently indulges in alcohol. Despite his drinking habits, Muriel continually calls him for various tasks. She is physically disabled, unable even to move her hands, relying on a stick to read. When she tasks Leo with preparing dinner, he heads to the kitchen. Lucia, the nurse, is puzzled by Muriel's choice of hiring a man. She shares that Muriel had gone through around 40 female nurses before Leo's arrival. Lucia's perspective is that men shouldn't witness women in such conditions, but Leo is desperate for work. Lucia wakes Leo at 3 a.m. to teach him how to change diapers and perform percussions. Leo is unhappy about these responsibilities, especially considering his hangovers. When Muriel questions Leo's ability to handle it alone, he promises to manage. Muriel's mornings are characterized by yelling and frustration as Leo often oversleeps due to hangovers. Leo's duties involve assisting Muriel with basic tasks such as feeding, brushing her teeth, and more. After the morning chores, Muriel asks Leo to clean the house, appreciating the fresh air from an open window. Lucia requested Leo's assistance in hanging laundry and, during this chore, shared the tragic events from Muriel's past 3 years ago. Muriel was en route to France to visit her noble fiancé when a severe accident occurred. Upon waking from a coma and learning of her paralysis, Muriel made the heart-wrenching decision not to return to France. Once again sought solace in alcohol. Even at the bar, he couldn't escape the somber thoughts that plagued him. Alcohol proved ineffective in providing the distraction he so desperately sought. Lucia expressed relief at Leo's return. Lucia provided Leo with a shopping list, and he proceeded to the market. Upon his return, Leo was greeted by the sound of laughter and singing. It appeared that Muriel's physical therapist had paid her a visit. The therapist went to great lengths to uplift Muriel's spirits. Meanwhile, Leo noticed Lucia administering some form of injection to herself. In the evening, Muriel expressed extreme displeasure when Leo served fish for dinner. She was deeply concerned about the potential presence of small bones, which could have severe consequences. Leo reassured her that he had meticulously removed all the bones, but his words failed to convince her initially. Muriel was not one to shy away from expressing her indignation openly. However, surprisingly, Muriel decided to heed Leo's advice and, to her relief, discovered that the fish indeed had no bones. Lucia continued to provide Leo with insights about Muriel's past. Once an independent woman, Muriel's life had undergone a profound transformation. She now rarely left the confines of her home, harboring a deep fear of wheelchairs. Curious about Lucia's decision to work as a nurse despite holding a teacher's degree, Leo inquired further. Lucia was reticent to delve into the topic. Following his shift, Leo returned to his dilapidated apartment, where he resided in solitude. His persistent drinking habits remained unchanged. Having missed a day of work, Leo attempted to justify his absence to Muriel by citing illness. However, Muriel swiftly discerned that it was not an illness but a hangover. She admonished Leo that any repetition would result in his termination, a warning he took to heart. Leo then received a sealed envelope containing his very first hard-earned paycheck. This unexpected reward brightened Leo's otherwise bleak evening. To Leo that it was a necessity. Lucia is glad that Leo hasn't run away like many previous nurses and recognizes his motivation is financial. With his newfound income, he buys better footwear and returns to a boxing school to relive his past glory as a European boxing champion. Muriel challenges Leo to read a book aloud, discovering that he doesn't understand what he's reading. She decides that Leo will read to her daily. Meanwhile, Leo continues to attend the boxing school. One day, Leo learns that they are preparing for a fight in Cartagena and is offered an opportunity to train a promising boxer named Miranda. The coach believes Miranda could become a champion. Another contender for victory is Lena, whom Leo recognizes as the same woman who attempted to steal from him at the market. Leo offers Lena a sparring session and wins, earning her respect. Lucia confides in Muriel that Leo caught her doing something forbidden, but Muriel doesn't seem concerned due to Leo's quiet demeanor. Leo's bond with Muriel grows stronger as they spend more time together. Muriel inquires about Leo's personal life, and he reveals that he doesn't have a girlfriend. She asks Lucia about Leo's free time, and Lucia mentions his frequent bouts of drunkenness. Leo meets with Lena and learns she stopped attending training because she doesn't believe boxing will provide for her. He persuades her to continue training, promising fame, fortune, and sharing news of a bet with their coach. Lena eventually agrees to resume training, as she is struggling financially. Muriel, unaware of Leo's activities, becomes increasingly preoccupied with thoughts of him. During a night out, Lena accidentally starts a confrontation at a bar, and Leo and Lena are forced to flee. Later, Muriel confronts Leo about his injuries, and is unable to work due to his condition. Various nurses apply for the job, but Muriel is preoccupied with thoughts of Leo. Despite his injuries, he spends time with Muriel, and they grow closer. Muriel ultimately forgives him for his drinking habits but warns him never to hurt her again. Leo promises to change and takes Muriel on walks, cherishing their time together. Each enjoyed a cocktail. It had been a long time since Muriel had felt this happy. Leo had a surprise in store for Muriel. He asked her to close her eyes and then presented her with small vials of aromatic oils, inviting her to guess the scents. Muriel delighted in this game and expressed genuine gratitude to Leo for the delightful evening. Later, Leo met with his friend again and confirmed his agreement to train Lena. Also proposed a bet of $5,000. Which the coach accepted on the same day. Leo informs Lucia about his absence from work due to training, including his work with Lena, a young boxer. Muriel remains unaware of Leo's secret, and Lucia is hesitant to reveal it. Muriel asks a nurse to buy a gift for Leo. The boxing competition takes place, and as Leo watches it, he reminisces about his youth. Lena emerges victorious, and according to their agreement, Leo is owed $5,000. However, he selflessly asks that the money be given to Lena. Leo borrows a fancy car and takes Muriel on a memorable drive, rekindling her love for life and adventure. They enjoy each other's company along the seashore and go for a swim, experiencing a profound sense of freedom.